Hello Star Wars fans and welcome back to the channel. My name is Daniel and today we're going to be looking at another Rogues Gallery member. Now he's often, again, used in the same voice or same breath as Boba Fett. He's one of the oddest characters for a bounty hunter I ever would have picked. His movements are clanky, but this one is, you could almost call him sinister with just what he does. Of course, we're talking about everyone's favorite assassination droid, IG88 B. Now, when you look at him, he just looks like a weird kind of marionette. He moves clunky. He's not smooth. There's nothing really sinister about him until he starts on a job. He seems to relish in just the sheer emotional damage that is destruction. He'll go above and beyond just to build up a reputation. To such an extent, he'll show up and here's the bounty, bye. He's almost like Boba Fett in that way. Now, of course, the IG88 series of droids have a long history of being, I guess you could say, temperamental. The first one, IG88 A, nearly destroyed the laboratory it was built in, which was Holowan Laboratories. IG88 B, with its slightly psychotic tendencies, is actually the calmer version of the two. He's known as being the second best bounty hunter. Just don't tell Bosk that. We see him very briefly in Empire Strikes Back, where he's, of course, part of that Rogues Gallery, with Darth Vader walking around and saying, hey, no disintegrations, I want them alive. IG88 has a long history with the Empire, often hired by Agent Kallus from Star Wars Rebels, and also Darth Vader on numerous occasions. He was also hired, believe it or not, to kill Vader by, they really weren't a separatist group, they just didn't like Vader. And that group was led by Sly Moore. Our favorite assassination droid relished in destructive jobs, more akin to a sledgehammer as opposed to Boba Fett's scalpel. And that's really what made him so dangerous. Yes, he could bust through walls. Yes, he could take a laser fire. He just seemed to relish in destruction, which I think is really odd for a droid. Usually they tend to be very surgical. Go in, get it done, get out. No, he would rather leave a heaping rubble than to leave a building standing, which I think is just weird and fun at the same time. Now, in one Legends continuity, he had actually stolen the plans for the second Death Star. While on Cloud City, he actually showed up and was going to get carbonated Boba Fett or carbonated Han Solo from Boba Fett. However, before Boba Fett could obtain Han Solo, IG88 was blown to hell and back by Boba Fett. IG88 was perfectly fine with blowing up Cloud City to get Han Solo. And so Boba Fett set a trap, stunned him, took all of the thermal detonators, and stuffed them under IG88's B armor, and then just let it go. It's been documented that Boba Fett told the Ugnaughts, you're welcome to the scraps. I mean, what kind of a boss move is that? Boba Fett walks away, blows up one of his biggest competitors, and then just calls it a day. Like, yeah, he's good for recycling, y'all have fun. But what do y'all think about IG88B? I mean, we've seen a version of the IG88 model in The Mandalorian. We know how quickly that they can turn into an asset, and also how quickly they can turn into a liability, thanks to basically episode 1 and 2 of The Mandalorian. But let me know what y'all think in the